Well, Ukraine has destroyed a strategic river bridge in the Kursk region, cutting off a Russian supply route as it continues its second week of a cross-border offensive. Officials in Moscow say destroying the bridge will disrupt evacuations and make it harder for the Kremlin to supply its troops. Now, the head of the Ukrainian military says the troops are strengthening their position, advancing between 1 and 3 kilometers further into the region. Ukraine claims it's taken control of 82 settlements over an area of 1,150 square kilometers. That's 444 square miles in the region since early August. Meanwhile, in eastern Ukraine, Russian officials say a series of Ukrainian strikes wounded at least 7 people and set a shopping center ablaze in the Russian-controlled city of Donetsk on Friday. Our Ukraine correspondent James Waterhouse sent us this report.
Ukraine isn't just targeting Russian troops, but their supply lines too. A missile makes light work of a major bridge in Russia's Kursk region. It was a counter-offensive which surprised just about everyone. Apart from the Ukrainian paratroopers who've released this footage, complete with dramatic music and muscular armour from when they first overwhelmed a Russian border crossing, and the soldiers manning it. After a blistering land grab in the Kursk region, Ukraine's gains are starting to slow. Russia is diverting resources like these artillery units to stem the tide. Nevertheless, Ukraine is bringing in more troops to consolidate what it's taken.
This is the main route from Ukraine's Sumy region into Russia itself. You have to imagine it as an artery. And as advances start to slow, the question becomes, what next? Kyiv took this territory with relative ease, with the element of surprise and elite forces. But keeping hold of it, as Russia turns its head and redeploys thousands of troops, well, that will be very different.
Arnie signed up to defend Ukraine with the full-scale invasion.
No one likes war. We want to finish it. I'm not keen to fight, but for our Ukraine, for our people, we'll stand till the end.
Anatoly has just returned from Russian soil and has noticed a difference in progress.
We are still advancing. It's slowed down a bit, but we're moving forward. As long as we have orders and instructions, we'll keep on moving.
Anatoly hopes his efforts will relieve pressure on other parts of the front line. As of yet, that's not happening. Regardless, Ukraine's goal seems to be shifting from liberation to producing bargaining chips for a future peace deal, whenever that might be. James Waterhouse, BBC News, Sumy region.